Streaming won't save your life. Let's check that out. Streaming won't save your life.
Drove 10 hours by myself, no break, no service, and then I just get a thing saying it's canceled.
To say, hey, trust your gut, stay home. I wasted $700 in a trip for that not even happen tomorrow.
I just drove 11 hours to Atlanta from Texas just for Kai to cancel this.
Do not go to in-person Streamer U auditions if you do not have the time, the resources, or especially the funds.
I quit my full-time nursing job to apply to Streamer University.
Well, Atlanta, it was nice while it lasted. Standing on everything. Everybody don't push through the line.
In 2026, it seems like everywhere you turn, everywhere you go, and everywhere you look, everybody wants to become a streamer. And some of these people aren't just gamers or content creators who want to get into the field after doing their niche or style of content for a while. Some of these people are going to the lengths of quitting their job or dropping out of school and starting to stream and have never done it before. Streaming University made this look obvious because it looked less like a school audition and more like a talent show. People weren't just applying for advice, they were applying for a chance to be seen. And hell, when I went down to the Atlanta Streamer University auditions, it became abundantly clear that that was the case. So when I factor in things like economic climate or the access that being a celebrity gets you, the bigger question is not why does everyone want fame? I mean, I think that's obvious. The real question is why does everyone want to stream specifically? Because while I do believe that streaming can open up so many doors for so many people, I think that a lot of people are biting off way more than they can chew. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. Once I get to a certain threshold, I'm gonna start streaming. Hell, if everybody doing it, I can too. And this community should be there to support me, I think. Now, back into the video.
Kyle, he looks at me, he's like, bro, we just paid this streamer, not an A tier, not a B tier, like a C tier streamer, 70 racks. And I was like, oh, that must be like a crazy partnership over the next like 3 months. Like, that's gonna be sick, good for the company, good exposure. No, he said no, bro. He stopped me right there. He's like, Les, it's not over the span of 3 months. It's not over the span of 2 months. It's a 30-second bit in their live stream.
Curious as business. It's like, what?
Okay, so $70,000. That sounds like you got hustled.
I mean, it's based off of your live concurrent viewers.
Okay.
It's based off
Can
of
you explain that?
Like how many people watching you at once.
Okay.
I always tell people, they be like, how many viewers I gotta have to make this much? If you can average 2,000.
What does one have to do to accumulate $300,000 in 1 month of content?
I mean, it's based off of your live concurrent viewers.
Okay.
It's based off
Can
of
you explain
like,
that?
Like how many people watching you at once.
Okay.
I always tell people, they be like, how many viewers I gotta have to make this much? If you can average 2,000 to 3,000 people every time you stream, you can make 6 figures a month.
Look, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it in this video, and I don't think that it does us any good if anybody plays oblivious as to why people wanna jump into streaming. Of course, there are a bunch of numerous different reasons, but at the top of the funnel, the finances are first. In 2026, there are a plethora of ways for somebody who is pursuing content to be monetized. We're talking about subs, donations, sponsors, uploads, clips, merch, brand deals, live events, ad revenue. And this is so much different than the days of content past where people were just doing donations to you. Now the whole creator economy is insanely huge, and that's just the on-camera presence. Now what makes streaming so enticing is that from the outside looking in, it looks like these people are getting rich by hanging with their friends, playing games, reacting to videos,
which I know is
honestly
never
just being
true.
themselves. This is why streaming over other forms of content creation is so popular with so many people. It doesn't look like labor. It doesn't look like these cookie cutter algorithmic videos that I even put together, but it just looks like your lifestyle.
I don't know what people are looking at if they don't believe
people are seeing Kai,
that.
they're seeing Aiden, Speed, Jinxie,
This
Blackboy,
looks
Max,
very
Phantom,
hard.
Dude, Sketch, whoever, and it feels like they're looking at the new version of a rapper or an athlete.
Yo, we in a day and age where being a streamer is
They must be
way
talking about
cooler
young
than being
people.
a rapper right now. Being a rapper, like since forever, like since the 80s.
I like
that was,
his
the coolest job you could have. It was, like,
analogy
top tier,
about streaming and rapping.
Because like you're mad
I like that. That's a
popular,
good
you know what I mean? All
analogy.
the women want you if you're a guy, and vice versa if you're a woman. But now being a streamer, like it probably changed within the last 2 years. Like being a streamer, that's the coolest job. Like, cause they really just film them just being like just in the house. Like they don't even be doing shit. Like so, like yeah. Salute to them niggas.
The dream is not just I can make money online. The dream is more so, hey, I can make money by being myself, which is totally new, which is totally invigorating and totally enticing to a
A
lot
lot
of
of
people. But
people
there's
don't
this
know how to
dangerous
just
illusion that
be
is presented
themselves.
when people perceive
It's
streaming in this
it's
fashion. They're
not
only looking
as
at the top 1% of it
easy
all. They
as
don't
he's
see the
making it
people that are
sound.
streaming.
I am 24 years old, who's been streaming for 7 years, brother. What the fuck? What did I do wrong in life? I'm just really just trying to figure that out, dude. Like, chat, I've tried to be positive. I have every positive bone in my body, and I'm trying to be positive, bro. Like, fuck.
But overall, streaming looks like the only job where someone can get rich without ever looking like they clocked in. The dream is not just the money. The dream is to be yourself, and the dollars ultimately follow. People aren't chasing streaming because it looks easy. They're chasing it because the success looks effortless. But money alone doesn't explain the streamer phenomenon. TikTok and YouTube can also make people rich. So why are so many people jumping straight to streaming?
Like, what's the difference between a celebrity and a streamer that has over 100K views, right? I'm pretty sure the streamer is gonna get more recognized than the celebrity.
Y'all can disagree with me, but streamers are the most famous people on earth right now. Streamers are the most famous. Like, everybody knows what a streamer is for the most part. And people want to live the life like a streamer more than an actor, more than an actress, more than a rapper. It's streaming now. That's like the people are
I don't know about that, but
off of that. Streamers are like they like the Jay-Z now. And this doesn't take away from actually success
I
of
don't know
being,
about
an
that.
actor or being in the basketball player, whatever like that. But I'll say between being in sports and a streamer, those are the two highest paid occupations right now. Basketball players and streamers. But streamers right now are considered the GOATs, like the Carson Nets, the Tylils and all them, the Duke Dennises. They're the ones, they're the most famous.
You see, TikTok and YouTube feel like posting to this algorithm. You upload, you wait, you refresh, you wait, you refresh, you wait, you refresh. 30 minutes later, you finally find out how your video is performing. Even here on this channel, I have some comments. I may interact with some people from time to time, but ultimately there is this gap that is still there in a couple different areas. Streaming, however, feels like you are walking into a room, and that room is filled with validation, attention, fame, and notoriety that no one could ever imagine. Even if only a few people are watching, the streamer gets live reactions, live jokes, live criticisms, live donation, and most importantly, live validation. This makes a stream and a streamer feel more personal than what it already is. You're not just making content, but you're hosting an environment that is ultimately going to prop you up to levels of validation that you could have never imagined. And this is why a lot of people are skipping straight to streaming. Not just, hey, I want to go start doing content and then move over that direction. No, people are stopping what they're doing in their 9-to-5s and just jumping straight into streaming. But see, this is where a lot of people miss a step. While I was at the Streamer University auditions in Atlanta, seeing the people that were in line, I saw people doing anything for validation or a reaction or some sort of comment or maybe even a slight donation from a chat. And we could talk about the content of people's streams in a different video.
All right, so yeah, the number one currency right now is definitely attention. So when it comes to this streaming and everybody's trying to get into it, yeah, attention would definitely do it. Unfortunately, attention has always been the currency. Ever since social media became a thing, it has been a currency. It's just that now more and more people are hip to the maybe the business strategy, I should say. Like for me, I look at YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, of course YouTube, Twitch as a business. As a business. It's not for me to be famous and all this other stuff. It's a business. What the goal for me is to be able to figure out the blueprint and then recreate the blueprint so that it works for me and then I sell it. But a lot of y'all don't want to do that hard work. You're hoping that you can hop on somebody else's situation and make a come up off of it. And that's what he's referring to. And I'm sure deep when we get deeper into this video, there's gonna be more examples of that.
Streamer University is a stage for those to rise to the top.
Yo, decent Nat, what's up, man? What is that? It's a monkey. That's my baby. Sit down. All right. I'm sitting down. How you doing, Cushnie? Wait, is it friendly? It's friendly. Is it bite? Only if you make him bite. It's a marmoset monkey. Tico, go say hi. Every single day, like my baby. Go say hi. Yeah. Do you know his name? His name is Tico. Tico? Yeah.
How you doing, Mr. Snap? I'm here from the Amos Department of Corrections. Could you kindly stand up for me?
I'm in trouble?
We're here to issue you a few citations. We actually tracked you down all the way in New York, and you escaped to California.
No.
Is that right or wrong?
No.
You escaped to California, and we're here in ATL to track you down to issue you a few citations.
What would I do?
Now, you have two choices. Either, please stand up. I'm an officer of the law. That's a little disrespectful. If you don't mind.
Wow.
So you have two options. We're going to offer you
But
two
it's
deals.
good,
You have
though.
a plea deal, and this is like your court.
It's smart.
What do you need me to do?
I need you to hire me as the home monitor for Streamer University. As you can see, I'm very competent at my job, and I've been doing this for a very long time. So that's one way to go, or you'll be apprehended at the scene as we speak.
Okay, I can't accept now.
Okay. Well,
But to stay in touch.
well, we could work something out. Definitely. Just get some information going, you know what I'm saying? Make sure everything is good.
Streamer University is the new age American Idol. People came far and wide in order to showcase their talents,
I'm gonna
their
let you have that
creativity, and
one.
why they belong.
I'll let
in
you
the
have that
rooms
one.
with some of the
Let 'em
biggest
cook.
creators on the planet. And I'm not gonna lie, some of the in-person interviews I saw were hilarious. Of course, we had characters that we had known for a long time before in the Reggies, in the Rakais, the Rays, the Suburb Babies, the Ben Dons, all these different people. But it did showcase and highlight some people that I had never seen before. That guy, and I'm pretty sure he's a big streamer, who did the hall monitor skit. I thought that was one of the most innovative and creative things. Kai played along with it very well. I laughed my ass off. Now, while a lot of people understood the assignment and realized that Streamer University and even just the auditions was an opportunity to be creative, get their content off, and they understood that the real prize was an opportunity to get more views with this trending topic, a lot of people had a different prize.
It
in
is
mind.
trendy.
See, their prize wasn't the views, it wasn't the opportunity to collaborate and network with a bunch of people. Their prize was the opportunity and chance to get to Kai Cenat. And when that didn't happen, let's just say it didn't go so well.
Oh, my cousin G. Pastor, that you weird as fuck. Oh, my cousin, you're weird as fuck. Cause why the fuck would you have the audition without me? Why?
Man, even though I've been camping for 4 days since
That's
Thursday
weird.
in LA for Streamer University, auditions, waited in line since 6 a.m., was hella committed, staying here, still got denied from the staff. They didn't even get to get interviewed by Kai Cenat.
That was an ugly cry. So bad. Coming up here because as bad as I want this, bro, like, as bad as I want to go to Streamer University, I feel like awareness needs to be spread because, bro, I'm just so angry because I was so close in the line. So I was out there meeting people, making connections, was grateful for that, but it was starting to get closer to time. First of all, people were passing out. My thing is, was time was getting
Hey, don't
closer
snitch on them.
to going inside. Some
Don't
people
do
were
that.
able to go inside earlier before even Kai got there. And then, like, the drone would come out, people were pushing and shoving. Like, I'm so angry because I was so fucking close. The whole event is just, like, the whole in-person application is just mad unserious. And I say that to say because you got people who really want it. The people that really want it, you got people, a whole bunch of people playing because they want the opportunity to meet Kai and to get a viral moment or whatever, which I'm not knocking anybody for their reasons of going. But it's just like, sad, like, now I'm home. I wasted this call out of work, got a flight to go back home. Like, bro, I'm just so bad.
When I was at the Streamer University auditions in Atlanta, I saw content creators who had been creating for years, and I mean verifiable years, coming from Wyoming, Philadelphia, Florida, St. Louis, everywhere far and in between for the opportunity to network, create, and potentially meet Kai Cenat. I did some interviews and ultimately I lost the audio for him. I know, I'm punching and kicking myself as well, about the entire experience and situation. And ultimately, a lot of people, hell, pretty much everybody that I interviewed said that if they didn't make it in to see Kai Cenat that day, it would not make or break them when it comes to content creation and the streaming journey that they are going on. And that was a breath of fresh air because the things that I consumed on the internet said opposite for a good amount of people. Now, this is no shade and this is no knock on any of the people that I've shown in this video that are crying or complaining or being
Then what
negative
is
about
it
their
then, buddy?
experiences
What
in
is
the
it? What are
Streamer
you trying to
University
do?
audition line. But to me, their priority was more so about meeting Kai Cenat as opposed to wanting to be streamers. I went and looked at their social media pages and I went to try to find content, and it was sparse. It was like a man who has a thinning hairline. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. Even that young lady who was crying in the Knicks jersey, the last time she had streamed was a year ago. And not saying you have to stream in order to get accepted in the Streamer University, but I think you understand the gist of it all. And I think for a
Yeah, I'm
large
about to say
portion of
I
the
would
population, this
prefer
answers the
to
why
have
of
some
it all.
motion.
Well, why do you want to go to Streamer University? Why do you want to be a streamer right now? For some people, they see it as a way out of poverty. They see it as a way to come up in this world. For a lot of people, they see it as fame, notoriety, and attention. For a subsection of people, they just want to meet Kai Cenat. They don't know what it takes to ultimately become a streamer. Hell, they're not even
They gotta have that
attempting to
dog
do
in
it in their
them,
free
which
time.
they
They just
don't
see a place
have.
in a space where they can see a guy that they watch on screen and enjoy and are going to run at it full head of steam. This is why that Streamer University audition stage is so important of it all. It highlighted the desperation, the desire, and the delusion of people out there that are looking to uplift themselves or change their trajectory. Hell, it even had athletes like Lamar Jackson and Le'Veon Bell appearing at Streamer University auditions.
Look, I ain't caused no ruckus. I was just in there chilling. I'm like, all right, man. They said they gonna come get me in 10 minutes. They said they gonna come get me in 15 minutes. I'ma just wait. 10 minutes go by, they don't come. Now, everybody seen the stream. They know, like, now I'm like, a couple times, like two, 3 10-minute sessions go by. I go back out there. I'm like, bro, what's going on, bro? He's like, man, they gonna come get you.
He's like, yo, my time is
I
valuable.
wait 6-7 hours the entire time, chat.
Wow.
For Kai to finally come in there. I don't ever go to the room and meet him. He finally come in there and say, like, man, I'm sorry for all y'all's wait. I don't get to see y'all, blase, whatever the fuck he say. At this time, I'm like, checked out. I'm like, all right, bro, whatever.
Why? I don't know. Maybe because they want to be a part of the moment. For a lot of those people out there who are truly talented and genuine with their content, they just wanted a bigger stage. But for the people that are in it for the wrong reasons, I think that they just want the coast from the bigger name, thinking that that will platform them to a different height. And I do agree that it can put you in a different stratosphere. We've seen streamers and content creators come up from a boost and a cosign.
But can you sustain
But at the end
it?
of the day, I don't think that that's what streaming is all about. If your heart is not in it, then it ultimately won't be successful. And when your heart is not in something and you're being forced to do it because it brings you fame, it brings you notoriety, it brings you money, then ultimately the mental pressures that come with streaming will ultimately weigh down on you harder than we've ever seen before.
I feel like sometimes people need to self-reflect and take a step back from the broad perspective of what their life has been. I believe that there is more to this world that
Trying
is
to
much
be on
greater
some
than
Kanye
myself.
West
Energy and
stuff.
passion to want to do more and create is within me. That is why I quit. And honestly, for the past few months, I've been struggling with mental health out of self-doubt and fright of pursuing goals that I really want to achieve. And the reason I've really been in my head is because and I have other goals and things that I just want to achieve and do more of.
Taking a fucking break! What the fuck I'm doing? Take a little break. I'm not retiring, nigga. Niggas was talking about some retiring, but I'm taking a break. I ain't gonna cap, taking a break. It could be 1 day, it could be 2 days, it could be a week, it could be 2 weeks, it could be a month, it could be 3 months, it could be a year. I'm taking a break, nigga. Bro, I've been at this bitch for 7 years, gang. I'm tired.
And that type of shit bleeds into the Twitch chat. That shit bleeds into everywhere, bro. Niggas just being negative. I might come on that shit being goofy. I might come on this bitch. Y'all can call me corny. I don't give a fuck, bro. Y'all can call me whatever the fuck y'all want. But I come on this bitch to entertain y'all niggas, bro. I come on this bitch because I love y'all niggas, bro. On God, bro. I come on this bitch to have fun, bro. Just have fun with y'all, bro. Like, this shit hard, bro. It's not
Yeah,
easy,
he basically slapped the shit out of his fan base.
This shit on God, bro.
And you can't tell if people want to be around you, people want to fuck with you, like, for you, bro. Like, that shit is hard, bro. Like, that shit, like, it's hard to be a streamer, bro. It's hard. It's hard to just be a creator because you don't know what's real, bro.
One of the common things that I talk about on this platform is the mental pressures that come with streaming. I think it's different, and I do mean way different than any other form of content creation. When I cut on my camera, personally, I know that I will have the
I'm not
ability to
gonna
edit this
lie.
down and make
I had to
myself look
take a
as
second to
polished as
think. It's
possible.
like
And for the
I
most
was
part,
wondering what
people
was
are
going on with
coming for a
Melt. What
specific
happened to him?
video and are commenting for a specific thing. They're not talking about my appearance, my personality, my looks, the things that I said that were wrong, dragging me for this, that, and the third, my family life, etc., etc. But streaming is this game in which you have to give your all to the camera in order to make it work. And I don't think that a lot of people are prepared for that. Sure, there's freedom involved.
Right.
You work from home, you play games, you talk to your friends, you make money based off of your personality. But what people aren't talking about is that the bigger you get, the more that your life becomes the product. You have to be entertaining when you're tired. You have to be funny when you're annoyed. You have to be the life of the party, even if you're having a down day. Hell, we've seen things like Jay Cinco's family members passing away and then having to come back so soon because the bank account and the job revolves around. No matter how you feel, you have to entertain the audience for hours. Think about it from this POV. If I decided that I wanted to stop this recording right now and go and take a break and then come back to it later, I could. But if I was live streaming this exact video, I couldn't. I would have to continue on no matter how I felt. And all these things can weigh on you because simultaneously you're playing this algorithmic game to appease to a certain community or audience that wants you to be a certain way. And if you're not fitting that narrative, then ultimately people are going to turn away
That's
from you. And
why
this
I
is why
want the
streaming isn't
blueprint.
as easy as it looks. People feel
Give
like
us
the
the
job is
blueprint.
just pressing go live, but the job is creating and doing something that is worth watching while going live every single time. And that means being happy with people, looking at your life constantly, picking and prodding at you, giving criticisms at every single move that you make to no avail. And this is why Kai Cenat is so successful. Not because he just turns on the camera and goes willy-nilly with his friends and his homeboys, but he understands production, pacing, networking, community, events, celebrities, moments, viral or otherwise. But even he has to deal with the negative aspects of becoming a successful streamer. That's why he's on a 9-month hiatus right now. Everybody wants the reward of it all, but they don't understand the machine that they are getting into when they go and stand in that line for Streamer University or apply online or get on the internet and
It's
beg
pretty
and plead
intense.
to a community of people saying that they want to be and will be one of the biggest streamers in the world. They get into this game because they
See,
feel as if there's
that's
no
not the
boss,
goal.
but I'm here to tell you the audience, the
The
community, and the
goal is to get
algorithm
that
are your
blueprint,
boss. So when you
man. That's
ask
the
why
goal.
everybody wants to become a streamer, the answer is bigger than the money. It's clear as day that streaming has become the cleanest and clearest version of modern fame. The good, the in-between, and the ugly. And while everybody wants that lifestyle, I don't think that they see the trap that is coming. I don't want it to be doom and gloom though. I think that streaming is about to go into a whole different direction. It's about to introduce a whole different set of people. That's if they are true to what they were saying at the Streamer University auditions and from their bedrooms as they submitted the applications. Whether or not you get accepted in the Streamer University, I expect more and more people to hop into this lifestyle. But I can't help but think they are doing this haphazardly as I see streamers day in and day out hop out of the game. It's been a minute since we've seen a Phantom. It's been a minute since we've seen a Duke. It's been a minute since we've seen some of our staple creators and the breaks that the ones
Man,
that
but
are
you
around
said
keep
Phantom
getting
and
bigger
Duke.
and bigger
All they need
every
to
single
do
day.
is
I
hop
like how
on right
streamers
now,
are
and they're gonna
reinventing
have
themselves in real time
5 to
because it is
10,000 people
showing that
watching
you
them.
don't have to always go down this path and you can kind of make streaming what you want it to be. I Show Speed is a perfect example of this. He's not doing the typical stuff that he used to do, but now is doing world tours, meeting dignitaries and famous people and all this other stuff like that with his audience captivating abilities. And that seems to be something that's having less stress on his mental.
Shout
His
outs to
physical, I
him.
don't know, but his mental seems as though it's being well done. But all in all, people have to understand that when they're answering the question why they want to be a streamer or even asking it, is that there is so much that streaming can give you. You just have to know if you're ready for it.
Yeah, so after watching that, right? My suggestion is to know the strategy and blueprint of YouTube first. I'm in a program myself called YouTube University. And with that being said, YouTube University is helping me with the blueprint of making YouTube videos. With that same concept, is you could do the exact same thing with streaming, coming up with a strategy, staying consistent with that strategy, and changing things slightly over time, coming up with the blueprint. Not everybody's gonna be famous. Not everybody should be famous. But what you can do is make some money, make some passive income, and that's what I'm about, and that's what I'm here for. But shout outs to dude for making this video.